Okay, so I'm going to hook up the USB to the device. I got tone there, which means that it's connected. I'm not sure if it's supposed to show anything on the device itself. So what I want to do is I want to put in some cold plugs. I'm going to play around with it before I um, really show what's going on, because that's going to be tedious. I'm going to have to keep on going in and out, testing it. I got my antenna that you see over there. So I'm going to put it on, stick it out of my window, and see if I can reach a repeater over here, because I do not yet have a hotspot. I am going to order one. I'm looking into ordering one soon, probably within the next day or so. And because COVID right now, I'm not able, things are a little bit slower, so it doesn't look like I'm going to get it as quickly as I want. But I want to try to do some of these cold plugs. I'm pretty good at doing cold plugs. It's very simple. I do have videos on doing cold plugs. I did a cold plug for my Baofeng DMR radio, the 1701, and it's very easy. For my first time doing it, only thing you have to do is go online, find um, DMR code plugs for anywhere, and only thing you have to do is just know the steps. You're making a group. You're going to be making you're going to be putting the code, the color code, and for the repeater or whatever, and the group number. Easy stuff. It's really just plugging in everything, basically. It's very easy. And if you do it more than once, I did it once, and it felt relatively easy. I mean, it's a little bit more work to do, when it comes to doing a cold plug and just doing an analog repeater without having to deal with all that extra steps. But honestly, it's like once you start, I'm doing this, I have to do this. Like, the steps, you should get it with no problem. I think that's what it is. A lot of people don't really think of it as stepwise. If you're doing in steps and you know what your steps are, you're gonna just cross them out. You're starting off with one thing, you cross it out. You go into the next thing, you cross it out. So I'll do a video again on doing the cold plug for this. I do not have anytone. I forgot the walkie-talkie one. What is that? The AT 858, if I'm right. Yeah, I think it's the 858. I know if you have the cold plug already inside that radio, you're able to upload it. You read it into your onto your computer with what that's on there, and then you can make a folder. It's a bunch of different steps that you can do, that's so that you can get it and then plug it into your anytone, um, um, the mobile radio. So that's it for now. I want to play with it now. I'm going to see if I can get a repeater, and then I'm going to do some tests. I'm going to let y'all see the test. So far, I like the radio. It's about as good. The 778, for anybody that wants to just get into this DMR, it is a little bit on the pricey side. I do know that it's $399. Some places are doing a little bit of a sale right now, so you could probably get it for $259. And I saw somebody showed that they was doing it for, I don't know if they're doing it still, but right now the retail price is $399. But don't forget what you're getting. You're getting a mobile DMR radio, 50-watt mobile DMR radio, analog 220, which is 1.25 meter. You're getting the 70 centimeter. You're getting your 2 meter. This is a powerhouse, and it does. It's so much that this radio can do, and it out of the box. Everybody is saying that it's like a 4.5. I think the only takeaway from this radio, this unit, is that the front plate doesn't come off. Now, in this day and age, for the past at least 5, 10 years, most radios, I believe, should have a removable faceplate so that you can put the unit somewhere else, and you can, only thing you need is just a small little display somewhere. And I know a lot of people were very upset that it didn't come like that. Even the Anytone 778, I was hoping that that one had that kind of feature, but it doesn't. I really think that it's easy. It's very easy to make this a modular thing. I mean, it doesn't take that much science to be able to just have it, the front plate just being taken off. You're just really, I mean, the front plate with the knobs and everything only needs some kind of wire, connectors where you can just slip it in and it will just work. I don't see why it would be so much more work, or if they thought that it would be more work to just have it so that you can take the front plate off. Maybe even a bigger display, for just in case you're putting it somewhere and you can't really see it because it's small. I know there's people that's the older generations out there that might have bad eyesight and they can't really see this thing. It does have a good black and colorful display. It has the black, the background is black. I don't know if you can change the color of the background color. I'm going to show you. So it's a black background. It does have blues and the oranges and the reds, if I'm correct. So it does have a pretty good display. Honestly, I would say that the display is good, perfect for a base station. Like, as you can see, like if I was just in my shack with this radio, it would be perfect. I'll be able to see it. It'd be right in front of me. And I wouldn't have to worry about the distance between you driving and your dashboard or wherever you try to mount it. And being that the front plate can't come off, you're not able to just put it like near your cup holder or whatever, because a lot of people are using the cup holders in order to just have the display right in front of you so that you can just constantly change it. Now, with the microphone, which I did put back, you can program on the fly, right? You can program it with the microphone. So I don't get why it wasn't, able to be taken off. That's really one of the biggest setbacks. If I was to give this a grade, so far from what I've heard, now I'm not going to take people's word for it. I want to see it myself. So far, I've seen so many videos, and even on most of sites that I've seen that have this radio, it sells out very fast. It was on Amazon. It was gone before I could even get the money up to even buy it. It was gone. It was like one day it was there. They had a whole bunch in stock. I think it was over 20 something in stock. But literally like 2-3 days later, I went back to check on it and it was none there. And that's why I ended up going to ham radio outlets and went with them. No problem with going with them. They're real, so far, I'm not advertising for them, but they're real. So far, the transaction went about as good as you could say with Amazon. They was able to send it out pretty fast, and I got it within 5 days. Within 5 days, and they have different outlets all around the country. The closest one to me, I'm in New York. So the closest one to me is in Delaware. That so far, that's the only one that's out in this area, in the Northeast area. So it didn't take that long. It was only a few days and it came in. So I want to get into doing my programming. If there's any questions so far up to this point that y'all have about this unit, please feel free to ask. If you want to see more videos, and if you like the videos, please give me a like. Support the channel, and I will support helping y'all out with new devices that come out. Hopefully, I can help you make a determination on if you want to make a purchase like this one. So far, I think it is a good purchase. It does 50 watts. I mean, 50 watts is the best. See, now, everybody should know that just because it has a high wattage doesn't really mean that you're going to actually need that wattage, or you're not going to really get that much distance. Now, a lot of people don't really know that unless you've been doing ham radio for a while, but wattage doesn't really always equal distance. And like me, I'm in the city, that might not really translate into getting that far, because it doesn't matter how powerful your signal is. If you're not in a good position, your signal is really not, the amount of wattage is not going to really help you. Um, but the wattage in the open area and distances, it does come into play. So you have to have a good antenna, high gain antenna, and that antenna right there does wonders. That's the Track 180, and it is an absolute beast antenna. Everybody is saying that I'm coming over on my anytone 778 that only output is 25 watts, and I'm getting miles on that. I think the furthest I got on that on Simplex was about 27 miles or more. I was in New Jersey and I was talking to a station on the North Shore of Long Island. So that's pretty deep. That's a lot of mileage right there. And, that was good. So that if anybody wants to do a mobile setup, I would recommend for 2 meter and 70 centimeter, which that antenna does. You can, I would definitely recommend you getting that track antenna, because it's a mag mount. If you don't want to have to put holes into your vehicle, if you're not really looking for something that's permanent in your vehicle, or you don't want to damage, take that time. Some people will do it, but a mag mount antenna, you can take it off. It's easy to install, and it's tuned. It's already tuned. I didn't even have to tune it. It works out of the box, or out of the bag in this case. All right, that's it for now. I'll be doing a third video on how it works with the cold plugs, and other features that this device have, which is unbelievable amount of features. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and see you next time. This is KD2 TFJ.